How's it going, everybody? Greetings from Nerdiest Dime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Tarn. And oh baby, before we get to the hype, let us do something I have done since Motomaster. There's this box here. It's not. I absolutely love the Legacy box art. The Evolutions adding of green is actually quite nice, even though I don't like green. It is just exquisite. Plastic free. Nice. Transformers. You got Tarn here. Blasting some Decepticons here. You got Tarn all the way up here, still staring. And we got the obligatory product shots. Literally just CG renders. And the gorgeous Legacy art. And of course, yes, we all know about you. We know. More of that. And that's basically it for the box. Now comes the meat. Just like, wow. A long time coming. Over a decade, man, and you finally have an official transforming toy. You've had an amazing Flame Toys figure, but, oh man, a transforming toy. Let's get a close look at all the details here. This is entirely painted. This is actually a translucent magenta. Just exquisite looking. The amount of paint on this fellow is quite impressive. We got some silvers, I got some plums, I got some violets, a gold Decepticon symbol. Love to see those. Lovely silver running across most of the treads. Sadly, not here. I'll live with it. If it was gray, I would have preferred, but yeah, I'll live with it. Considering, you know, there's gray right here. But I digress. Again, translucent magenta or pink, if you insist, for this entire piece. But it is painted in this violet color, and I quite like it. Purple cannons, though, cast in purple plastic. Lovely. You can see the glow here, and that's actually quite nice. And those are just his legs, obviously. And those are definitely his hands. They should have had, like, the knees on a separate hinge so they actually could fold down. I actually would have preferred that. It would have helped. I don't know if it's not comic book accurate or if it is that these should be here, but I digress. Here are the cannons, which are also quite nice. As you can see, they are cast entirely of translucent plastic, which is not necessarily the best thing. But the paint is quite lovely. And, hey, it helps because it looks like they are glowing with charging energon, which is quite beautiful. And, yeah, he does not roll, but instead Hasbro decided to be total trolls about us. Yeah, you see the wheels to make him roll. They're molded. They're molded in Hasbro. You trolls! I'm definitely gonna have to chop those down myself because that is so goofy. That's a dick move if I've ever seen one. But he does have 5mm ports and 3mm ports for BLOOSHES compatibility. As you can tell, he is not one but 4 BLOOSHES points. Let's see if we can get those bad boys in. Oh, that's really snug. I ain't going any farther than that. Go. Here's another one. Here's another one. And he can do fucking 4 of these. I'm not doing the MGO thing. That's MGO's thing. But yeah, that's quite cool. That's quite cool. For articulation, the turrets on the front can go out to the side due to transformation, but also just normally. Of course, it's not a good thing because only 3 can point to one side, and the turret itself is on a full swivel without much hindrance other than its own joint, and the cannons can go up this far just before the actual cannons themselves touch his own shins, and they can go down that far before hitting his ankles. Yeah, not terrible. But let us get down to some size comparisons. So we're going to keep this mostly Decepticons. We're going to throw in just maybe 2 Autobots. Here he is with Earthrise Barricade. And considering this thing doesn't exist, I'd say this doesn't look so bad, honestly. Yeah, not too bad. Voyager by beef and not so much length like normally. Let me... You can see, he looks long, but that's just because his knee pads are here. Like, he really looks more like this. But, yeah, not terrible at all. One of only 2 Autobots we're doing. Here he is with Studio Series Hot Rod, and yes, this is kind of fitting. Cat, dog hair, fucking hell. I think this is kind of fitting considering we're both in the comics. Although, admittedly, I don't have any IDW based Hot Rod or Rodimus, so this is basically the best I got. And yeah, not terrible at all. Honestly, I actually quite like it. Again, he's just a wide car. He's just a beefy Voyager. That's what makes him so not huge. And the other Autobot we're taking a look at, Earthrise Optimus. Again, same with Rodimus or Hot Rod and Barricade. Doesn't really exist, so it's not much to gauge off of, but I quite like it. You could kind of see where Voyager budget really kind of blew up in recent times, because that's a Voyager, and this is we're going Voyager, okay? Pretend he doesn't have the trailer. He doesn't, technically. This is Voyager. Voyager. Yeah. Crazy, I know. Alrighty, so we're going to keep this simple. We're only going to do one of the Sundicons, that being, of course, Legacy Deluxe Drag Strip, and yeah, I quite like this, honestly. Again, they're really... One's beefy, one's long. And yeah, this is a deluxe, mind you. And he's about as long as a Voyager. So yeah, Dragstrip is quite the long boy. But again, as you can see, he's not so much wide. But I actually quite like this. And finally, Legacy Commander Class Motormaster. And, oh, hold on, I gotta back him up. He's really off camera. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Why is my camera so zoomed in? Yeah, trailer is in the way here. Let's straighten that out. Yeah, I quite fancy this, honestly. It's like, again, Commander / Voyager. Voyager. Very, very nice. Alright, let's get down to transformation. So let's take off the cannon here. And this is the only thing you'll have to take off. You're bike flaming. Shut the fuck up. Let's put this off to the side for now. Alrighty, let's begin with the legs here. Just untab them from these 2 tabs that will go into these 2 slots right here next to these 5mm ports. And just leave it up here for now. You then want to take what is the... Oh wait, hold on. Take this piece here where the little turrets are and swing this up until it's here. And swing it around and then turn the cannons forward. You'll then want to untab the arms from the thighs here, and then bring the thighs, the entire leg section up just a little bit, so that way these can move. And then you're going to rotate the treads, the front treads, and then bring this down with it. Rotate like so. I'm going to do that over here. Bring that down, rotate, bring around, like so. Make sure you can move the arms out. And then if I didn't point out the bottom, but there's this very visible head. Flip said head up, and while you're doing that, make sure the chest is going down with it. Then bring the treads all the way forward. Oh, sorry. I actually am going to move my camera a bit. There we go. And then you're going to collapse the treads in, like so. It'll lock them into place. And then this will just sit here. It doesn't tab in. That's actually going to be the backpack. You're going to bring the head up, rotate it around. Then you have these 2 pink, translucent pink tabs that will go into these 2 slots in the treads here. Like so. And then the legs, you're going to, on the secondary knee joint that is actually a transformation knee joint, click it into place, flip the feet out, like so. I go to where I can at least cover some of the gap there. Untab them from the sides, like so. Then straighten those out. Let's do the arms now. Bring those up. You have this tab, it'll go into this slot right here. I'm going to adjust the camera again, because for a Voyager, he's actually quite a tall lad. Oh, right there, like so. And then flip this fake tread piece out. And then rotate here at the bicep, bring the elbow up just so you can flip this around, and then rotate at the wrist. Let's do that again. So, like so, like so. Rotate, bend, flip, and rotate. And before we conclude the transformation, let's give him his double fusion cannon. Oh, hold on. Make sure you rotate this panel around. So the peg is now on the back, and you can put this on the secondary port here. That's how I do it. You can put it however you wish, because, you know, welcome to War for Cybertron sequel. Ports everywhere. And there we have Tarn in robot mode. And, oh, baby. Oh, yeah. What a magnificent figure. Oh, wow. Just, wow. All they had to work with was some fucking pictures and a bare excuse of a transformation, and this is what they give us? Oh, yeah, I'm in love. Let us get a close look at the oh-so iconic head sculpt. Beautiful representation of such an awesome and iconic head. Like, look at that. The Decepticon symbol is just a lovely shade of purple. It's gorgeous. The little chin guard, the dark gray for the sides of the head. The only thing I wish is that the mask could come off. Man can dream. As you can see, it is light piped, and if I had a light around here, I think I do actually. It is actually quite nice. If you guys have seen the short, it is actually it's not glowing here for some reason, but I can promise you it is actually a very nice light piped head. You know what? I think I know what it is. Come on. Why aren't you light piping? Come on, do the one thing you're good at. I think it's because it's too bright around here. The eyes are drowned out. But, yeah. Very nice head. And all around, just an incredible looking Tarn. Especially for chug scale that transforms. MMC, eat your fucking heart out. Really quick, I wish they painted the silver on the outside of the treads, but I'm going to do that myself. I might even do a tutorial on it. Love it. Just, we've seen this in tank mode, but I can't stop getting over how beautiful the chest is done. And, of course, the abdomen is done beautifully as well. It's also translucent plastic. Yikes. But, to be fair, they did it the right way. The structure is opaque plastic and not clear. Thank you, Hasbro. You finally listened. More beautiful paint on the forearms. Lovely purple hands. Very meaty thighs. They are done in a very nice way of two separate pieces of plastic screwed together. I swear, this thing hates screws. This thing is only pins. And boy, is that going to piss me off if I ever do a custom of this. If I get a second one, that is. I've seen this in tank mode. His big meaty feet. His big long toes and feet. Lovely. They're not as long as the comic, especially this panel. But they're alright. Definitely missing a lot of silver here. Again, I'll do that myself because I don't like the fact that it isn't there. And, yeah. Look at how clean this back is. Lazy eyebrow. We're talking about Grimlock having a clean back? Not so much now. But he's quite lovely. Like, he's very, very nice. Now for articulation, you damn right HasTak said, make him one of the most well-articulated Voyagers, starting with a ball joint at the head that can do a full 360 even with the freaking Decepticon mask. That's incredible. The head can look up pretty far, and you can also use the transformation neck joint to go all the way up. Now that's good neck work. He can look a teeny bit down, but it works. It does the job that it needs to do. The shoulders are on a very dumb joint, though. They really fumbled this one. They can go out 90 degrees in the shoulder joint. Yikes. Meaning he cannot open his arms. He can do it like this, but man, does that look ugly. They can do a full 360 though, which is quite nice. There's a second joint here because there's no real like stopping point here. So it goes, instead of laying like parallel here, it goes a little bit farther. But you can use this joint as well. Mine actually wasn't this tight, not on this arm, but this was really loose because I couldn't even hold up his own fusion cannon. So I had to tighten that up by pushing in the pins. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. That gets you very nice range, about 100 degrees of bend, which is very nice. Maybe even 120, I'd say. Wrist swivels, because they have to. It's standard. And as you can see, opening fingers. Like, come on, Hasbro, you don't have to spoil us anymore. It is a little goofy because of the way they molded it. I've seen better takes on this. I think Prime and GX are the best ones. And I guess Rodimus, but this is still really nice. I love the sharp fingers. Very, very nice indeed. He, of course, has a waist swivel that actually does stop at some point. That's because of the turrets. The turret stops at the waist plate, which I actually quite like. I like that it doesn't go full 360. I always prefer it when it has a stopping point. Makes me feel more natural. The legs can go forward that far on a very lovely Masterpiece style hip joint, or I guess in this instance, Kingdom Rodimus style hip joint and Studio Series Hot Rod. And they can actually go back that far, better than both of those two. And yeah, I love that. I really like that. They actually do move on a hinge, as you can see here. This is normal, but you can't actually have it to your own liking because it is separate, as you can see. And the hips can go out that far because this pit here is colliding with the hip skirt. So it's kind of necessity. You can rotate it out to get a little more range, but yeah, it works. It works. Thigh swivel. Single jointed knee bend that actually gets you pretty decent range. A very good range, but of course, there's a transformation hinge. Goes all the way. And it's not the most strong joint. I'll probably just take the pin out and put some glue in there and thicken it out myself. But that's still really good. Double jointed knees are kind of a spoil for me. And the toes, oh my god, the feet are the most well articulated I have in a while. They can go up all the way. They can go down all the way. And they can, of course, do an ankle tilt. Not the best ankle tilt, sadly. But it does get the job done. Since we've already talked about his accessories, let's just get down to some size comparisons. Of course, that begins with Earthrise Barricade, and yeah, he's a little small for a Voyager. He is actually not the tallest Voyager, but this looks pretty good. I actually quite like it. Of course, you know, similar colors. Studio Series Hot Rod, or as we like to call it. Anyway, yeah. I like this, even though, again, two different styles entirely. Like I said, I don't have any IDW style hot rods or Rodimuses, so this is the best I can offer. Earthrise Optimus, I don't think, from memory anyway, I don't think these two ever interacted, only just by name, but I actually don't mind this at all. And yeah, you can see what I mean by he's not the tallest Voyager. He's shorter than Optimus. But I actually really, really like this. And Flame Toys Megatron, the model kit. And yeah, this is one of the few IDW things I have, which sucks. I wish I had more. Yeah, I love this. He is still taller than him, thankfully, but that's just because I cheat this and I extend him as much as possible. Oh my god, I love this. This is great, honestly. Just beautiful. And the Stunticons. I actually quite like this again. It's like, Tarn isn't the tallest, but he's second tallest, and it looks good. Even though, like Optimus, these guys never interacted. But hey, it still looks nice. Stunticons unite! Form Menasor! And, oh dear, Legacy Menasor, yeah, I could see that, Tarn. Yeah. Let me fix you up, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's huge. again, these two have never interacted, but I still like this. It's just big boy robot with a big boy robot. And before I forget, yes, I am well aware of the blasters the cannons rather, doubling up. This is nothing new, and this is the Evo Fusion gimmick. Yes, before I have 1,000 comments telling me, before I forget showing you guys this, yes, you can do this using the 5mm port on the back of both cannons. So yeah. So that's been my review for Legacy Evolution Voyager class Tarn. Oh my god, what a fucking treat to have an actual Tarn. Just truly incredible. He is a treat of the masses. Absolutely gonna be one of my top 10 of 2023 and easily one of the best Voyagers ever made in Hasbro's Transformers line. It's honestly kind of incredible how posable this guy is. The double fusion cannon really sells it to me, honestly. I am quite pleased with him. Sorry, no swerve for this picture. The fact that you can have him literally pummeling the shit out of Megatron is incredible. And yeah, sorry, it's not my fault that he has such a bland face, but hey. Still looks really, really cool, regardless. He's got to be one of the single most incredibly articulated figures ever. And, like, come on, man. He could literally do the Black Shadow kill. Like, seriously. Come on. That is incredible. I don't have a Black Shadow. I'm sorry. I just can't find one. Not for cheap, anyway. So, yeah. My only gripes are no removable mask. No paint on the shoulders. You stay. And bigger cannons. They should have been bigger. Like, this bottom one is actually supposed to be, like, way out. But, other than that, I am truly happy to have this guy. Like, he is truly incredible, and you better add him to your fucking collection. If you don't know him, then don't get him. No, I'm just kidding. Please get him. He's incredible. You'll be happy to own him. Anyway, this has been my review for Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager Class Tarn. This has been Nerdiest Dime. Rolling out.